And if you haven't been catching up with the LeBron lie meme, it's hilarious. Oh, wow. I hope we can find the LeBron lie thread. We'll have to come back to it because I can't remember them all off the cuff, but the most recent one was saying that he listened to the Migos in 2010. The first project was released in 2011. Just one of the many lies of LeBron James. Okay, I will rattle some of them off the top of my head. There was not having a favorite line of The Godfather because there's just too many quotable lines. There is just the first page of every book thing. You can look that up where he often just holds open books in these interviews. I believe he was asked some direct questions about Malcolm X at one point when holding his book and dodged those questions as well. That one's on the list. There was I think this one actually, the photo is from when he lied about saying he knew Kobe was going to score 81, saying that night for some reason he had predicted he would score 60, and then by halftime he had changed it to 70 or something.
A few moments later.
Oh, here it is. Thread of LeBron James lying for absolutely no reason. Yes, here it is. Let's go, boys.
I said, I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game, and I said he was going to. Before the game even started, when I seen, I said he was probably going to score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that, and my friends was with me, and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now. So I mean, I'm a fan of the game, and to see that performance was unbelievable.
When I saw him got 70, I said, well, he might as well go for 80 now. Here's another one.
Not related to the game, but since
Be right
a
back.
lot of publicity yesterday and today about Godfather Part 2, which is the scene or the moment or the phrase or the quote you like more from the movie?
Oh, from The Godfather. It's too many different phrases and too many different lines in that movie to just categorize one.
But which is the one which inspires you, represents you more?
I mean, each movie is 9 hours long. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, there's so many. I don't know. I'll let you pick one, and I'll roll with it. It's a great trilogy.
Yeah. So, that's a guy who's definitely watched all those movies. Here we go.
So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex
Holding
Haley.
it.
I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway
His face.
so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago.
Yep. Can't even look at her.
I've read a lot of notes over the years. This is my first time actually reading this from start to finish. He's a very smart man.
Yeah.
Very smart
He's
man.
look at it. I want to see his
And
face.
basically,
Can we do like the observe thing or the Derek Van Shake? What's up, Shakers? On today's episode, we're going to tell you if LeBron James is a fucking liar, man. Spoiler, yes. Let's see how LeBron's shady body language lets us know that he's a fucking liar.
very smart man.
I'm sorry I popped it. I'm sorry I popped it.
Basically,
I need my pop filter if I'm going to watch this.
his words in the 60s and what was going on.
His words in the 60s and what was going on.
Still, him understanding how powerful the Negro can be. He used that word a lot. How powerful we are, but we have to unite, and we have to be together. We have to stand strong because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be things that's going to be thrown at us where they try to weaken us.
This is like a good politician. This is a senator answer. He has waddled away from the question and gotten himself into something that he can speak on. So
make us feel like we're not
he'll be a good
kings and queens.
politician someday.
and it's going to come from all, different races and different shapes and sizes and things of that nature.
Oh, we get different shapes too.
And it's a very powerful-minded gentleman, and it's unbelievable to kind of read something that's coming directly from him. Just hate. Wish I had an opportunity to meet him. Obviously, we know what the situation that happened among not only him but Dr. Martin Luther King.
Do we know this? It sounds like he doesn't even know what happened. What happened to Malcolm? I'm not going to talk about it right now, but yeah. I wonder who did that. I wonder. It wasn't LeBron. Okay, don't misconstrue my vagueness.
Not only just here in America, but in the space of Earth. So it's a pretty interesting book.
It's a pretty interesting book that he hasn't read because he said.
You want to follow up? Yeah.
Because he said he hadn't
So
read
you're
it.
holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago, but I've read and
Yeah, so he hadn't really read it, but also just sounded like he wasn't super familiar. Or maybe he very well could have just been trying to dodge it because, hey, there's a when it comes to the deaths of Malcolm and Dr. Martin Luther King, let's just say whatever you heard in middle school is probably not the official story, and some pretty shady things happened around the death of those very powerful men. And let's hear about him lying. Now, I don't know if I've heard this one where he's lying about watching
How
Liverpool
amazing
soccer.
it is, and I actually made a trip over, to Liverpool as well, and see all the sights and the arena and everything. So it was pretty unique.
Yeah, Crouchy is actually a Liverpool legend. He used to play there. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I knew that. I didn't get an opportunity to see him play when he was with the club, but I
Oh,
definitely
God,
knew.
don't.
I definitely
Why'd you
knew
do that?
The current captain, Jordan Henderson, just scored his first goal for England the other day. It was amazing to see. You a fan of his?
No, absolutely, and I saw a clip of that too. I didn't get an opportunity to actually see the game live, but I saw that he was able to score one in the match the other day, and I thought that was it's pretty unique, the fact that he would do that and then also be with Liverpool Football Club. And how
It was pretty unique. It's pretty unique that a guy on the English team also played for Liverpool. Yeah, that's you never hear of that. You never hear of English Premier League players playing for the English national team. That is very, very unique. What was on his shirt that had to be blurred? He's not a good liar. Doesn't seem to be a very well practiced liar, but he is practiced, but he's just not super good at it. It's one of those things, like when he likes to tell like a half truth. Like he makes up a lesser answer. So with the Liverpool thing, it's like I watched clips, but not the whole game. So that way, I don't know. It's just he won't admit that he hasn't seen it, or just watch the damn clips. I got something in my eye. I do remember this one. This is great.
What did it feel like when you were down there on the floor when you took that hard fall? Were you worried that you would?
Oh, Rachel Nichols.
After drape my finger to the eye, I was literally seeing three rims out there.
Literally.
So I just shot at the middle one. And
I used to do that in beer pong all the time. It does work. He's probably telling the truth about that.
When in doubt, go for the middle rim.
Also, luckily, God was in his corner. One of my least favorite things for athletes to ever do is be like, thank God that he was in my corner tonight and God decided that I should win this sports game. Yes. Of all of the many problems, we are so fortunate that God is deciding to pay attention to the fucking Lakers game tonight. Get over yourself. If there's God, he ain't in the building paying the fuck attention to your shot over Steph Curry. He's neglecting much bigger issues around the world currently. So get over yourself.
And I was able to, through the grace of the man above, I was able to knock it down.
When in doubt, go for the middle rim. What did it feel like when you were down there on the floor when you took that hard fall? Were you worried that you would?
When in doubt, here's the most recent one.
so long. I was in my first year with the Heat in 2010. I've been listening to those guys for so long. I was listening to those guys when my first year with the Heat in 2010. And you can ask any one of my teammates back then, they had no idea who the Migos was. They were like cursing me out.
They were like cursing me out.
When I would play it throughout the weight room, would play it throughout the locker room. I was like, I'm telling you, these guys are next. I'm letting you know.
Right. So not only does Bron have to be like, I knew about these dudes before they were cool, but he has to retrospectively bury his teammates while doing this. These guys were yelling at me. Everybody thought the Migos sucked. Dude, I was listening to these dudes. LeBron James, my SoundCloud account is so dank, you guys. You have no idea. I always know who's next. Like, I'm telling you, dude, I have a SoundCloud Pro subscription. I pay $18 a month for this bullshit, and I just know clearly I don't sound anything like LeBron. But it's such a shitty line. You're not good at lying, LeBron. Of all the things that this man is good at, stretching the truth is not even close to being one.
Turn this off. I don't want to hear this. Just fast forward. I mean, just knowing, take off personally and send my condolences to Quavo and the family and the whole QC family and everybody.
And then his eyes get real shifty.
Just fast forward. I mean, just knowing.
And fast forward to that's right. We're talking about somebody being dead.
Send my condolences to Quavo and the family.
Send my condolences to Quavo and the family, dude. Everybody, let me send the.
I'm listening to those guys.
Press X to doubt, right? When are we ever gonna get an LA Noir remake or something?
And he used to say, "Put yourself." Yeah.
So you want to hear LeBron's favorite phrase? This is also my favorite phrase, so it's good. I'm glad that LeBron didn't let this guy steal it from us.
Yeah, I had one coach, and he used to say, "Put yourself in situations where you're not comfortable."
Oh yeah, that's my favorite saying. That's my favorite saying.
Yeah,
that's my favorite saying. It's great advice, you know. So, and we all have probably a version of it. So, what does it say? Discomfort brings growth. That's the one. Let's see. Without showing you my whole goddamn phone, let's see. Can I get to? Yeah, here we go. Can you see it? With discomfort comes growth. And couple of random photo editing apps there, but yeah, so it's not like a super unusual or super unique concept. So, but again, like, coach can't have his shine. That has to be LeBron's favorite phrase. I said Suggs about to hit as he crossed half court. Game. End of thread. Okay, that took a little longer than I expected it to, but I'm not mad about the detour. All right, but yeah, he just for some reason has to lie about this stuff. It's funny. It makes me happy in a very weird way, not in like a hater type of way, but when you see a human being like LeBron James, who has the adoration of millions, he's probably a billionaire at this point. He has everything that you could conceivably think that a human could want, and yet he still has to resort to these like self-stroking of his ego. Like, remember when he wrote that congratulations letter to himself and posted it on Instagram? Or just the weird things that he does because he's just an insecure human like all the rest of us. So I don't know. Makes me feel good to know that LeBron's not a complete android, despite the fact that his hairline keeps growing in reverse. So anyway, LeBron's a liar, in case you didn't know. I don't think it's a huge deal, but it's very funny. Until next time, thank you so much for being here.